Hi, I'm Brandon. I love Lifetime Christmas movies.
I'm Patrick Serrano, and I am a Lifetime movie expert.
I'm Dan, and I despise Lifetime Christmas movies, and this is the
Deck the Lifetime Encore podcast. Oh! Hello, everybody. How are we today? It feels good. It feels good to be here on a Saturday talking about Lifetime Christmas movies. Patrick, happy Saturday to you, buddy.
It's been a week. Been quite a week.
Oh, yeah? A lot on your plate this
Are you
week?
okay?
Oh, just my mortal enemy, Candace Cameron Bure, was coming out hot.
That's right.
So it's been a long week following that story, and making sure that we're keeping up with Candace.
Yeah,
You gotta keep up with Candace.
We got to reprise the song. I saw that on the
What'd she
socials.
say? What'd she say, Candace Cameron Bure? But you know what, Patrick? There's the hot news all week, but also knowing that the movies wait for no man. There's movies keep coming out, and you can't fall behind because that's a slippery slope, especially heading into Thanksgiving week. Yeah. How are you doing? Are you did the week of news, did it catch up with you, or are you caught up with the movies?
So had to bust out the screeners this week, to get ahead of it before Thanksgiving because I want to have a social life, going to Thanksgivings and Friendsgivings and, all the givings. Yeah. So had to stay up late some nights and sit on my laptop and watch it like in a little tiny box and write them out. But yeah, I think without that luxury, I don't know if I would survive.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The Lifetime screener page is a top notch.
Yeah, we talked about it before. It just makes me angry Hallmark can't do that for us at Deck the Hallmark. I mean, I don't have to watch the Lifetime movies. This doesn't help me at all. Yeah. But the Hallmark situation, man.
But it's great. It's real nice. So I'm happy that you're doing well, buddy. I know this is a lot. I don't have to watch every Lifetime Christmas movie, but you do, and you choose to also watch all the Hallmark movies, which is a choice. So.
Yeah, are you is it like two a day? Like, what are we doing? Are you two movies a day? Is that about right?
Yeah, and I don't even watch them like all in one sitting. Like I'll do like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. Like it is, whenever I can. If you just see me like in public, like looking at my phone, I'm probably watching a Christmas movie. So,
you're just walking the streets of Chicago, watching a Christmas movie.
Yeah, thanks to Philo.
Thanks, Philo.
Philo and Philo.
The nice thing about Philo, when you're watching it on your phone, at least this is how it is on my iPhone, is I can swipe and it makes it to where the screen stays with me, and so I can like pull up my notes app and have the movie still going. I can take the notes. Nice. That's nice. So we're really evolving over here with the technology. Man. So that's a nice feature to have the picture in picture. I like that a lot.
It's a new thing we're trying. Picture in picture.
Well, for a long time.
Remember when that came out on TV?
Picture in picture for TV was fantastic, but I think it's like actually useful. Like picture in picture on TV was always like there's too much going on.
There's a lot.
No one enjoyed that.
Over the top of it. It's a mess.
No one enjoys that. No. But this is actually helpful because it's still like a good size, and I have the notes down there, and I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We got a homecoming of reindeer games to talk about today. Is that correct, Patrick?
Oh yeah, this one was very well publicized. For Lifetime, they had Sarah Drew out there doing all the press. She isn't a problematic person, so she didn't really get a lot of traction from the press.
Yeah, I hate that for her.
She was there.
Yeah, she was there.
She was there. And competing with Lindsay Lohan the same week.
That's
they
right.
were trying to do the same, like two redheads. Like, what are we going to do? We can't have two redheads on the show.
That's tough, man.
It's too much. But she wrote this one, correct? And I think she's also like an EP on it. So she was busy.
I wish she was in more Hallmark. She's great when we see her on Hallmark. So I'm interested to hear the take on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's doubling down on Lifetime. And I don't know if she has a multi-picture deal, but she did do that other one earlier this year where like her husband stole her kids and took them to Greece and she couldn't get them back. So she's
we've all been there. We've all been there. Let's
That's what we say at Lifetime.
Lifetime is just making movies that relate to as many people as possible. That's their goal. Let's talk about this one, buddy. Let's dive into it. Give Dan the quick 411 on who's who in this.
Good
one.
Use of 411 there,
Thank
buddy.
You. The 411.
Yes. So we have Reindeer Games Homecoming, which stars Sarah Drew, who we know from Grey's Anatomy, the redhead, also from Grey's Anatomy, Justin Bruening, and iconic gay legend Brian Sills.
I don't know who that is. Brian Sills?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. He's not a legend yet.
Okay, all right. I was about to say, like, man, a legend's out there, huh?
I just realized this is my first sighting of the fingerless gloves for the season. It's always a good time when I get to see it.
Oh, that's right. There he is.
There he is.
Madonna. Yes. And these gloves were a gift from Brian Sills, my iconic gay friend.
Wow.
Not really, but I'm sure he would give me a gift or something. But this man is in so many Christmas movies as the gay role. He is my personal, like someone you emulate or somebody like you want to be. He's living my dream life.
So
right here.
I just want to be clear. You don't know Brian Sills at all, correct?
We are friends on Instagram.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
That means less.
Does that count?
No, it means because you're not friends on Instagram. You follow each other on Instagram.
I do love the idea of Patrick like stalking the streets of Chicago with fingerless gloves, watching a Christmas movie, muttering to himself, and people are like, "Classic Chicago." Am I right?
There is something about Patrick and fingerless gloves that I imagine he just dances down the streets of Chicago in these gloves.
Totally. It's called choreo.
Yeah.
It's choreo.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Do you want to give a shout out to the person who actually gifted those to you or no?
Just going to keep it at Brian Sills, I think.
Yeah, I think Brian Sills. But for real, this man, if there's a gay, like in shopkeeper, if there's a gay, best friend, he's there. And he's actually Sarah Drew's best friend in real life.
Whoa! Oh, in real life. I bet he's given Sarah Drew some fingerless gloves.
Totally. That's like their in joke. They're like, let's be like Patrick, and they wear fingerless gloves now.
That's their thing, 100%. And this aired on Saturday, a week ago, right?
Oh, this guy was in We Wish You a Merry Christmas on Palaha's movie. Oh. He was an innkeeper in that movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, he does the Hallmark. He does the Lifetime. He is a Canadian.
And he was gay. Yeah. So there you go.
There it is. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Represent. It's like Celine Dion, Brian Sills. Elena's in there too somewhere.
That's it. What you did was you took the scale of that hierarchy and you just like went down to 1%, so it looked like Celine Dion and Brian. There's a few names in between there, but that is the basic idea of what we're saying. Yeah.
Basic idea.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's jump into the movie now that we know who our players are, and these are big people. I think this might be the peak Lifetime people.
Peak Lifetime people.
But we'll see. Okay, so we have Sarah Drew. She's playing Mackenzie or Mac, and Sarah Drew is not canon yet to just be Sarah Drew, so we're gonna call her Mac for this recap. She's like running.
What's it take to get it to where we just call her Sarah Drew? What does she have to do?
I think she needs to do a reality show.
Okay, fair. That's good. As long as I know the bar.
I think. Yeah, once you're on like VH1, like what's that celebrity one with Flavor Flav?
Surreal Life.
When you're on that.
Yeah.
When you're on the Surreal Life, then your name only.
Flavor Flav.
Gosh, I love Flavor Flav.
So yeah, throwback there. She's running at the beginning of the movie, and this is a movie trope in horror movies that shows that she is a strong, independent woman who is fit and healthy and ready to run away from the bad guys. Okay,
that's right.
Good to know.
That's right. But she's also running around town. Yeah, and everybody's like pointing out, like, "Yep, you got it this year. You got it this year, Mac." Like they're all cheering her on, like she's running the New York City Marathon or something like that. Which basically, Let's be honest. That's what the reindeer games are all about.
Yeah, it's like basically a competition where you're doing Christmassy things that are athletic. So
absolutely.
We'll get to it. She also like knows everyone in the town, so she's like waving, and like she runs by the fire station, and like they're all like hosing each other down, like getting real sexy over there.
I think we watched a different cut.
You know, right? Exactly. And she has the traditions of the reindeer games, and her father was like an iconic reindeer games person, and he was a firefighter, I think, or something. And he has like
he was either a firefighter or he was a reindeer.
Iconic reindeer games person.
Yeah, he
like
was the reindeer.
Like
competitor. Yeah, he like always won, and it was something that she like looked forward to with her dad, and it's a tradition they shared, and like he started pretty much.
He is the reindeer.
So next,
of the reindeer
we
games.
cut to a movie star named Chase Weston, and he's looking for his next role. And he's on the phone with his agent, and he's like, "What's going to happen? Am I going to get the audition?" And the agent is terrible at her job. She is just like playing Candy Crush on her phone and just being like, "Yeah, I'll call tomorrow." Like,
unbelievable.
A clearly bad agent.
I love Candy Crush. I had to delete it from my phone.
Really?
Right?
Yeah.
I've never played it. Was it that big of a problem?
It wasn't no, it wasn't a problem.
Okay, so it was a problem.
No. I'm not I find there's something about phone games that I can't. I just feel like I'm wasting my time. I know I waste my time in so many other ways on my phone.
Of course.
But there's something about it being a game that if I do it for 10 minutes, I'm like, this is not fruitful. So it wasn't taking up a ton of extra time.
Let me get back to that Christmas movie.
Yeah, let me get back to my 10th Christmas movie today. Yeah.
Let me get back to that Dash and Lily rewatch.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and those phone games help you feel like you're being productive when you're like doing a movie watch. You know, you're doing something else at the same time.
Did you play the Candy Crush? Do you play the Candy Crush, Patrick?
No, I play RuPaul's Drag Race. So
there's a phone game for RuPaul's Drag Race.
Is it an actual? Is it a race? Like, what are you racing?
Oh, there's no racing in RuPaul's Drag Race. It's just a pun, and you just put on outfits and then compete, and you know there's like 2 drag queens, and then if your drag queen wins, then you win, and it's so fun.
To be clear, I did know that about the show. I thought maybe when they made a mobile game version, they made it a race.
The 2 contestants
but this sounds way more
dress
fun.
up, and then they both get in cars.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
It's not there.
So are you playing against someone else in the RuPaul's Drag Race, or are you just it's someone else
against
out
real
there?
People.
And they're dressing up an avatar, and you're dressing up an avatar, and then a computer basically decides who wore it better, basically.
Yep.
And you go up the rankings.
So fun. Oh, I'm like one of the best drag queens in the world. Okay.
Wow. Cut that. That's perfect. We got it.
Do you have?
Although, to be fair, I would make a very ugly woman. Just look at me. Picture Tori Spelling. It's not great. It's not great.
Don't sell yourself short, Patrick.
Do you have like a name? Like, can we look you up and like play against you? Is it called playing?
I don't think it's like that, but my drag name is Selma Body.
Selma Body?
Yeah, Selma Body. So, you know, it's great.
Right. Well. Yeah.
Hey, you gotta be creative, guys.
I don't know if that's creative or not. Let's go with sell my body.
All right, we are so sidetracked right now. Okay, but who's not Selma Body is Chase Weston.
That's right.
The movie star who has no jobs. But maybe if he was Selma Body, he would get more jobs. And he decides to go back to his hometown, as you do. And the first stop he goes to is his high school, which I was like, no, don't go to your high school. And he's like, hanging out, and then all of a sudden he's like in the door, and you see Sarah Drew, who is a teacher at the school. She teaches science, and Brian Sills, he is also a teacher, and they're like, oh my god, it's Chase Weston. because they had a big crush on him in school. And he's like actually very nice. And like they were clearly nerds in high school. And he was popular, but he's so nice to them and like hugs them. He like lifts Brian Sills up and like spins him around, and Brian Sills is like overjoyed. I'm like, this is so true to life, you know?
Amen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We love it. We love it.
It happens all the time.
I didn't write down. Oh, the Brian Sills character's name is Simon, and he's like, my husband is a big fan of Chase Weston movies, and then he's like, hey, Mac, you should get with Chase, like right at the top.
Yeah, just why not?
Why don't
just
you
go for it?
Go for it.
Give romance a go, you know?
That's what I always say.
Yeah. And she's like, no, she doesn't want to do this because he like stole her science project or something, like took credit for the science project, something with a science project in high school. And she's like still upset about it.
Yeah, they're rivals. They were rivals back in the day. A lot of high school rivals in these movies. Did you have a rival? I've never had a rival really in my life, but
time out. When you were McNasty on the courts, you didn't have,
well, everybody was
who
a
was
rival.
That Brian Henderson or the guy who was
Brandon Kaiser?
Brandon Kaiser.
He wishes he was my rival. There is a great bit in here though. It's like rival implies that there was competition or something like that, which is a great line. It made me laugh.
Yeah.
So did you have a rival growing up, Patrick? Did you have one?
Oh yeah, of course. One of my rivals had the same backpack as me.
What? Oh man.
Yeah, over the shoulder from Gap.
Over the shoulder from Gap. I can't believe someone else had that.
Is there a backpack that isn't over the shoulder? It's called a backpack.
Well, like a one strap.
One shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
One strap.
All right.
Like a Jack Bauer situation.
Okay. All right. That's a choice. Mm-hmm. That's a choice there for sure.
And when you have the same backpack, you're automatically a rival. So it's just how it goes.
That's right.
That's right.
How it goes.
Yeah.
So yes, they are rivals, and Mac goes to visit her dad's friends, and it's two older guys. They like play cards in a garage or whatever, and Sarah Drew or Mac meets up with them and hangs out, and they do like a shot in his honor, which I thought was nice.
Yeah,
sure.
Right.
We were going to do a shot in your rival's honor, but then we decided not to. Once we found out that you guys had the same backpack,
that's right.
We couldn't.
Oh,
we call
no. So call that off immediately.
Over the shoulder Gap.
But they're like, okay, well, you know, we're excited for you to do this and win the games. And she's like, I'm going to. So we cut right to the first event of the winter game, or the Reindeer game, sorry. And it's a polar plunge.
Oh, boy.
Right out of the gate, polar plunge. You're not building up to the polar plunge. First game of the Reindeer games?
You got to get rid of the wusses.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Just separate them out.
So each team has their teams, and one person doesn't show up on Mac's team. So Chase has a nephew who is on Sarah Drew's team, right? Or Mac's team. And they're like, we don't have anyone. What are we going to do? And they look at Chase and like, you have to help us. You have to help us do this. And at first he's like, no, but then he takes his shirt off. And he's like, I'm down.
Look out.
And, you know, we love a shirtless hunk on Lifetime, but to escalate this or like to elevate it to the next level, they had a fainting fan, like a fangirl, and she's like, oh my God, it's Chase. And when he takes off his shirt, she faints.
Full on collapses.
Yeah, and if you squint real hard, you can tell that it was Patrick in the crowd.
Right?
Yeah.
I know that person.
The reason I bring this up is because this is a bit that is repeated multiple times.
Really?
Yeah.
Throughout the movie?
With the same extra. Yeah.
Man.
I loved this extra. She was amazing.
This person has a problem, but I also do love it.
It's this background actor showed up for the $10 an hour and was like, hey, see, here's the deal. Here's what we're going to have you do for your $100 a day. You're going to, in all of these scenes, you're going to have to do multiple takes of fainting on command. That should get a bigger payday than that, right?
No.
Yeah, she should have had a name, a backstory, but for now, we'll wait till next year. We'll write that one for her next year. So they all do the polar plunge. Everyone gets all wet and they're cold, and it's like a sexy time. And that's like the polar plunge. I guess maybe one team doesn't do it and they get eliminated.
One team plunges a little bit less than the other plungers.
It's less plunge.
It's a less plunge. It's a plunger.
So they're out of here just like that.
Someone's got to get eliminated. Let's get eliminated. Yeah, somebody gets eliminated from this.
Wow.
So.
Okay. All right. You say so.
And, we're going to get eliminated to a commercial break. How was that segue?
That's so good. We'll be right back. Oh, we are back from our plunge.
We were eliminated, but now we're rejuvenated.
Yes, that's
we're
right.
back.
We polar plunged our way back from a break.
That's right.
Yes, thank you for rolling with my transitions. I'm new to this, sponsorship thing. So, so jumping back into the movie, the next task of the Reindeer games is to come up with like a costume contest, kind of like basically they're going to wear costumes related to A Christmas Carol and do like I don't know, Brand. What did they end up doing, like, actually in the contest? Tug of war or something? Or a run?
Yeah.
So they gotta dress up like Charles Dickens characters and do a tug of war?
Yeah, it's like part costume contest, part physical challenge.
So it doesn't matter if you win the tug of war or not if you're dressed better?
If you come in your street clothes, you're not able to tug.
Yeah.
To be able to tug, you have to come ready to play.
Yeah, and like it can be an abstract. You don't have to be like 1800s Dickens. You could be like, what's a theme in A Christmas Carol? Presents.
Poverty.
Like a Christmas present. Right. You could dress like, I don't know, fingerless gloves. And then that might be an advantage.
So
that's true.
Let me get this straight. We come out of the gate with polar plunge. And then after that, to back that up, we go to the dress in some sort of Dickensian theme tug of war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, I don't know. I feel like it was like a race.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like a relay race or something.
So
I don't know.
Here's a hint, Dan. The games don't matter at all
right.
in this movie.
What's weird is that's the title of the movie, Patrick. And so I'm assuming that the games do matter in this movie.
Well,
I mean, today I was like rewatching and I'm like, I don't even remember who wins. I don't even know. I better check my notes.
Well, I think the problem here, guys, is that life is a game.
Okay, life is
so I think
you think life is like a big reindeer game.
The reindeer games are a metaphor for life.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
So.
Yes, but it's more focusing. The movie is focusing on Mac and Chase, like kind of talking and like working out the stuff that went down in high school. Like she doesn't trust him because like he ditched her and it was popular, and she thought they had a good connection, which they do. They have like a good chemistry, and the actors like definitely are very comfortable with each other. So it's more showcasing that relationship than focusing on the games.
Now, I want to throw something out here. I want to set this up for you guys and see what you think. So Chase, after the race, they're all hanging around the track and field area.
After the race?
Yeah, after the Charles Dickens race.
So the Charles Dickens tug of war
I think it was
race?
a race, not a tug of war.
All right, Patrick, one of you's way off, so that's fine.
Somebody fact check us in the chat.
Hey.
But
no.
They're talking and people keep coming up and asking for pictures. And so he's like, hey, let's go over here real quick. And he takes her to the announcer's box above the track and field.
Yeah.
And there's a couple in there that's making out and they run away. And she's like, oh, you brought me to the old makeout area. And he's like, I never used this area for making out. I used it for like thinking. And I'm like, I don't know, Chase. I'm not buying that from you, Bucker, right? Like that guy That guy definitely made out in the announcement box, right?
Well, here's a hot take. The football, whatever announcer room is glass, right? That's a terrible place to make out.
Yeah.
You have to go to the boiler room.
Okay.
Boiler room?
Right, Patrick.
The boiler room is where you make out. It's common knowledge.
I've never.
I don't even know where my school's. That's a north. That's a north situation.
Yeah,
we don't have boiler.
Yeah, I don't even know what
here.
a boiler room is. Literally the only thing I know about a boiler room is it was a movie about stocks with Giovanni Ribisi and Ben Affleck. That's all I know about boiler room. I got nothing else.
It's where the radiator steam comes.
That's a north
so
thing.
it's warm and you're in the basement. It's dark.
Are you writing a Lifetime movie called Boiler Room? Love in the boiler room?
I should. Yeah.
Surely there's a movie.
Christmas in the boiler room.
Yeah, I like that.
Christmas in the boiler
room.
I love it.
But anyway, yeah. They talk, basically.
Yes.
That's what you need to know.
They do. And Mac has a letter, okay? She has a letter from her father that she carries around the whole movie. He wrote her a letter every Christmas that said nice things about her. And when he died, because of course he's dead, she didn't open it, and she just carries it with her and can't bring herself to open the letter. There's
a lot of pressure when you always have your father's dying letter on your body, because the amount of stuff that I've had in my pockets that I forget about, and I watch them and I get them out and I'm like, oh, I forgot. Oh, there's where that is. She always has it with her, which just seems reckless.
Yeah.
You either need to keep that in a safe place at your house or laminate
that bad boy like they did the plane tickets.
That's exactly right. You can't just be going all willy-nilly with your dad's dying letter, right? Was it just me? Seemed reckless.
Yeah, and it's pristine. It's like a pristine letter.
So do you think she made a copy?
Out of the box.
She made a copy, but she never read it?
Yeah, she just made someone made a copy and was like, I'm going to keep the original at home.
That would be a baller play. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, she works at a school. She has access to a copier.
That's right. All right, everybody, you hear that? If you ever get a dying letter from your parents and you don't want to read it. I don't
think the letter is dying. If you get a letter from your dying parents, go ahead.
And you're like, I don't know when I'm going to be ready to read this. Make a copy without looking. It's one of these numbers.
All above board, everything in front. Don't look.
And then put it in a secret place, and then you can keep it with you whenever you want to. Right. And you don't have
you
this.
You don't have to worry about this.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
I like that. And she definitely is going to read the letter at some point in this movie. So we're just setting it up so that Chase knows about the letter. And she also tells Chase about he calls her pre-med or something, or he has a nickname for her. And I guess she always wanted to go to med school, and she kind of fell off once her dad died and she had to take care of things. She didn't really live out that dream of finishing med school. So, he kind of keeps asking her what's going on with that, and she's like, dreams are not done. I'm a person. I could still do this at any time, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
And she does point out she did go to med school, so you can't just say pre-med. You maybe whatever. Chase, get out of here. You're drunk.
You're pre-med.
Right. And it's what did you do? A movie? Okay.
All right,
so
shirtless polar plunge. Get out of
here.
Right.
Yeah. So Sarah Drew gets to use her Grey's Anatomy lingo because I think her sister or someone's sister goes into labor.
Chase's
I think
sister.
It might be Chase's sister.
Chase's sister, yes.
Beginning to think tug of war.
Doesn't matter to them.
Tug of war. I think tug of war was in one of the other 10 movies that played this week.
Beginning to think tug of war didn't happen, and we had Crazy Patrick with his fingerless gloves stalking the streets of Chicago.
Patrick watches these movies. Patrick watches these movies 20 minutes at a time, but also interspersed with other movies. So he'll do 20 minutes of this one, 20 minutes of this one. It's the ideal way to watch.
He's spinning all the plates.
That's
he's
right.
Back over here. Yeah, I love it.
It's so true. It's so true. The sister doesn't matter to the plot in any way. This is just a chance for us to see Sarah Drew going giving labor talk, don't push, or
Don't
no labor
push.
talk.
I've never heard that one. Whatever you do, don't push.
Well, because they're like in a car, like driving to the hospital.
Okay.
So she's like, "Don't push yet."
So that's a given, right?
Funny thing.
They're not in the backseat going, "Should I push yet?"
Right. There's a funny little moment where the nephew's like, I have a learner's permit. And they're like, okay, you can drive. So he's like driving to the hospital and it's very dramatic. And then they like wheel her in the hospital and Sarah Drew's like running behind them. Like she has a BP of whatever. And this is why I'm never going to do a medical drama.
Say something like she needs vital stat.
Yeah, she needs vital stat. She
give me 2 cc's of
120 over 80, or whatever.
If you're giving birth and your blood pressure is 120 over 80, that's impressive.
I don't know anything about blood pressure.
120 over 80 standard. That's like no stress, no nothing, just hanging out.
Listen, man.
Right.
That baby's going to come out. You don't got to stress. It's hard. It's real hard. It's real hard. Just easy breezy.
Easy breezy.
That's what I always tell my wife when she's in labor. Just easy breezy.
Easy breezy.
Easy breezy. Baby's gonna slide out one way or the other. Just easy breezy.
Wow.
Yeah? No?
No, probably not the best.
So
that's not the advice I gave. I was very stressed out. It's like not easy breezy.
No, it's not. Yeah. The baby stuff is like an aphrodisiac for like Mac and Chase, and they like make out after because they're like so happy that the baby's born, and they're like, "Yay!"
They go to the boiler room or what?
They go to the hospital boiler room.
They don't go to the boiler room, but a big Lifetime banner popped up right in front of their kissing,
Gosh,
and I was
dude,
like, "Come
these
on,
banners are so good." Did you see the one that somebody posted?
No,
in the group.
No,
it is 1/4 of the screen is a preview for another movie. It is so obnoxious. Ugh. So obnoxious.
Yeah. So now that they're like officially in love, Chase tells Matt that he doesn't really care whatever his next movie is. He just wants to spend time with her. And Mac's like a little worried because she's like, you probably just got caught up in the moment with the baby. And like, the pregnancy like is so an aphrodisiac. And
what? But
it's just like so weird that like the baby is born and then they're just like, yeah, that baby, that was so crazy. Let's make out. It just like was not. It was very weird. But he promises her, he's like, I'm in it for you. And, they make out some more. He like lifts her around and spins her. And it's very romantic.
They're quality kisses.
Quality kisses. I did see them live.
Yeah.
Yes. Up next is hockey. But before we do, let's kick a goal to our next commercial break.
Kick it.
Go! We did it. We kicked a goal, everybody.
Let's talk about hockey or broom ball, whatever it's called in this movie.
Right. So you don't kick a hockey thing. You whack it with the sticks.
You whack it.
So
yeah.
I don't know what that's called. Like
Yes.
That's it.
I'm going to cacao the ball or the puck. Sports. Anyways, there's like this whole, they're all like getting ready and getting in their outfits. And then out on the ice, skates, playing Candy Crush, Terry, the agent. And she's like, hey, I actually did my job for once. And Chase, like, I hope your hometown thing's been going great and you didn't fall for like the local librarian. But I got you a 3-picture deal. It's basically like a huge film, like a Marvel or a Harry Potter. And you're going to be like so famous and rich from this. Congratulations. Aren't you happy? And he's like, no, I just told Mac that I was going to stay here forever, Yeah,
it was it was definitely unfortunate timing, to say the least.
Really bad. And Mac overhears the conversation and she gets mad and she like the hockey puck like right into Chase's like head.
Yeah. It's a ka-chow situation.
Ka-chow.
He's falling down. The fainting lady's fainting again. There's a lot going on here.
Oh, she faints again.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, she's back, and she was like, "No, not my baby, Chase." We love her. Mac realizes, like, after she's like, "Wow, I really lashed out there. What is wrong with me? Like, I'm just like losing it over you. Like, why am I so like upset about this? Like, you leaving me? Oh, because it's related to my father, and I'm having like post-traumatic stress from that. You know." Yeah, she really does some like deep dive in like therapy stuff.
A lot of interesting.
Like, it's time to read the.
I'm sorry, just a lot of interesting reasonings behind events in this movie. Just seems like, at least. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think they really are trying to justify things with like emotional weight, and like the actors do a good job. We're not doing a good job depicting this to you, Dan, but the actors do a good job with like the heaviness of like the trauma they've experienced in life, you know?
Gotcha.
So she's like, Chase, I would like you to help me read the letter. And she can't like open it. She asks him to open it, and they pull out the letter. And, you know, you're ready for like this really nice moment. But the handwriting is like scary serial killer handwriting. And it is like,
what?
Insane. It is like the scariest handwriting. It's like, "Dear Mac." Like,
I think Patrick might be projecting some of this onto this letter. I think most people saw the letter.
Written in blood?
No, it looked like random bad dude handwriting.
And in a magic marker, like use a pen. Are you an adult? Like, come on.
It was written in magic marker. Then I have to side with Patrick.
It really was.
Wow.
Yeah. Magic marker, like all caps. I'll screen grab it and post it and say, "Is this the handwriting of a sociopath?" But basically, in the letter, he says that he's lucky to be her dad, and he encourages to live life to the fullest, you know, and love big. Don't be afraid to go after things. Don't
be around childbirth, because, you know, that is something that really works for our family.
Sensual, yeah.
It's a turn on on our side of the family.
Yes. So, right. Weird. She like really takes this to heart, and she's like, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going back to med school. I'm not going to stay in this town.
Yeah.
Chase, go do your movie, because I have my own life to live," and leaves it at that, which was shocking. I was like, "Oh, whoa. Okay."
Yeah. Right? She's just kind of like, "Listen, we've all got our things that we were passionate about, and it's okay. We had a good time, but let's just do what we're made to do." You know what I mean?
Do what we're made to do.
You've got the 3-picture deal. I'm going to go do what I want to do. It's going to be great. Easy peasy.
Love it. Done and done. The end.
One thing from the comments that is funny, they said the handwriting is of a man like on his deathbed. So yeah, I guess he was dying when he wrote the letter. So I'll give it a pass.
Oh, not creepy anymore, is it, Patrick?
Right. I forgot the whole deathbed thing.
Just because he's dying doesn't mean he's not a serial killer, though. So let's just, even serial killers die.
My third grade teacher, Miss Preeser, would say, "There's no excuse for bad handwriting."
There you go. That's exactly right.
I don't know if I agree with your teacher, but that's okay.
Hey, she told me I should be a doctor. My handwriting's so bad.
Wow. My handwriting's always been atrocious, so I just don't feel like it's that important. You know?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
So everyone tells Chase like he's an idiot, like, for going to do the movie, and they're like, okay, like, you should win Mac back, and like they go through this whole thing of like setting up a way to like kind of trick her through puzzles. What are those called? Oh, crossword puzzles. They like have a thing with crossword puzzles because they're teachers, and teachers love crossword puzzles apparently. Like during their downtime at school, Mac and Simon play crossword puzzles together. They like walking in the hallway, like, "What'd you get for 8 down?"
Cool.
"Oh, you're such a 4 across."
Awesome.
Type of stuff. And the puzzle like takes her to the different people we've met. So the sister with the new baby, she has a clue, and the dad's friends, they have a clue, and all the clues eventually lead to Chase. The clues and all that are just stupid, and you know, whatever.
It's a Christmas scavenger hunt of sorts.
Ooh,
Yeah. But it wasn't like very fun or anything.
No, it was not fun. No.
Yeah.
It was sweet. It was
right.
sweet.
Yeah.
But it was not fun. Probably fun for her.
Sure, yeah. But like watching, I'm like, all right, let's just get to the part where they reunite and get this over with.
Yeah.
So Chase shows
Stop
up.
being such a 4 across.
Right.
Be more of like an 8
Chase
down,
shows,
you know?
There you go. There you go. Chase has a nice suit on, no tie, and he starts to talk. But Mac just like attacks him and like makes out with him. And she's like, shut up. We'll figure it out later. I don't care. I'm ready to dive in headfirst into this relationship. And everyone cheers. They're like, yay. And then they kiss. And then our guy, Brian Sills, Simon, has the trophy. He's like, oh, the Reindeer games. We won. Who won? I don't know. But
they won. Wow.
I don't know who won.
All that time making out during childbirth. I had time to win the Reindeer games. Who knew? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's the movie. Yeah, that's it.
He thinks.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
Probably more, but who's counting?
Yeah.
I'm not confident. Okay, so on the show, we either pour it up or put a cork in it. Let's start with Brand. What do you think?
No, we got to start with Dan because if I hear your ratings, I've not seen the movie. We start with Dan. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. We might.
There's one thing I know about Dan is he's easily swayed by my ratings.
That's right. It's a real Dickensian tug of war situation here. It didn't exist. So I have to put a cork in this movie. From what I've heard, this sounds awful. The games don't matter. There's a lot of weird scenes of times and justifications for when we're making out that don't make any sense. There's a letter that doesn't seem to carry a lot of weight. And I like Sarah Drew a lot, but based upon what I've heard and that alone, it's a hard no for me. So put a cork in it.
Okay. And Bran?
I don't think we did a good job explaining how fun this movie is. It's a very fun movie. The 2 leads are a delight. I'm pouring it up. Great movie. Really, really enjoyed this movie.
Great
movie. I thought it was a lot of fun. These 2 leads are really, really good together, and it was a delight to watch. So pouring it up, and I might pour it up in another two full glasses for me.
2 full glasses.
I don't know. Let's just keep pouring glasses and kind of see how it's going. I had a great time.
So I also like the lead actors, and the movie overall was entertaining, but I think the whole premise of the movie was the reindeer games, and we didn't get enough reason as to what the hell they were, why it mattered. So I would say I'm putting a cork in it, because it was just cut out the reindeer games. We don't need that.
Patrick,
wow,
come on. That's a semantic cork because there wasn't enough game.
If it's the title of the movie, you gotta give me the reindeer.
Can
games.
I say this? I'm with Patrick here. If you call something Reindeer Games Homecoming and the games,
there was a homecoming.
The games don't make any sense.
He did come home.
I can't abide by the movie.
He did come home.
The fact that you loved it is shocking to me.
Yeah, it could have easily been making a snowman outside, building a gingerbread with the kids. Okay,
can I just say? Can I ask you this, Patrick?
A lot of people in the chat.
Patrick, can I ask you this?
It was a good movie. Pour it up. I've watched it twice. They're missing the point of the reindeer games. We don't get to see who's saying these comments, but that's funny to me. What was the point of the reindeer games, Brand?
I don't know, but I'll just say this, Patrick. If you didn't know the title of this movie, and I said, Pat, come over, we're going to watch a movie tonight, and I put on this movie, at the end of this movie, you'd pour it up, though, if you didn't know the title.
I think you're right. Yeah. So yes, if I was watching this randomly on a Sunday, and I was like, what's on? Oh, this looks fun. This is keeping my interest. Yeah, I would, but this is Lifetime's big hit. This is what they're trying to put out there. We got to do better. We got to be better. Hallmark is really just knocking it out of the park. They had a spy movie. They're like really playing with stuff going on. Like Lifetime's got to step it up. I'm sorry. I have high standards.
Hallmark has raised the bar, and I say this with only 16 movies into the season, has raised the bar of the TV Christmas movie this year. Mm-hmm. They have.
Yeah, I agree.
Period. I mean,
it's like Lifetime is so behind the curve on this with this season. Like, they're still doing the same old thing, and Hallmark is like, let's do something different. So I like the different. I understand that like there's comfort in the routine of Christmas movies, but go a little interesting, or at least make it make sense.
I think that Lifetime, like I thought this movie was fantastic, but I do think that Lifetime would behoove them to do something totally different, right? Like make them like, I still think that Lifetime should just make Lifetime crime movies, but set at Christmas.
Yeah, at least a few of them,
right? Like I feel like that should be their thing. Like a standard Lifetime viewer that loves the true crime stuff doesn't care about this stuff, right? Like, right? Is it just me that thinks this?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. There is a market for Lifetime Christmas movies, but it just hasn't clearly been defined what that is. So,
but like, look at Die Hard. Like, look at Die Hard, which is just,
classic.
It's not a great example because it's not but what I'm saying is you can do whatever you want to
and call it a
set
Christmas
it at
movie.
Christmas.
That's right.
And people will consider it a Christmas movie. So you can do that Lifetime. You can have somebody get kidnapped and thrown in the boiler room and just put a Christmas tree down there and we're happy. Like we're in for that.
Yes, I mean, they do have sleigh bells coming in December, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah,
that's on the Lifetime Movie Network, right? Which is different. That's different. Okay.
But yes, was it the worst movie I've ever seen? No. Was it? Am I going to pour it up and be like, you got to watch this movie? I think you could skip it.
Wow, there you go. That's
I haven't.
all I needed.
But let me ask you this: I haven't seen all of the Lifetime movies so far. I've only seen Swiss Miss, but this is way better than Swiss Miss.
Oh yes, way better than Swiss Miss.
How is it with the other ones? Is this what's better than
one
this?
Called Well Suited for Christmas that I thought was really fun. It was like a fashion designer kind of one. That one was good.
Were you playing RuPaul on your phone while you watched that one?
If this movie had more Selma Body in it would be...
Yeah. Selma Body is here for every Christmas movie, okay? But yeah, I would say this is in like my top 3 of 5.
Okay. Wow. I don't know. I was really high on this. Like, this is one of the better ones. I think this is up in the top 5 of the year for like even though, I think I really enjoyed it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I feel like I have to watch this movie now because the two of you I've never had this far apart. And then the synopsis we got was I didn't want any part of it. But like the comments over here, which are all just Facebook user, everybody, I can't see who the names are, but I can see that everyone over here is like, don't skip it, watch the movie, pour it up, that it's really good. I feel like I need to watch it. I don't know if I'm gonna, but I feel like I need to.
That's the thing. We all have our opinions, and that's totally valid to, either pour it up or put a cork in it. It's up to you, the viewer.
We did it, but I just want to put it on the record that if this had a different title, you would have poured it up. And I just want that on the record.
He still said you could skip it. He still said you could skip it, and it was in his top 3 of 5. Which is it's in his top 60%. Not even the top half, Brad.
Top 3 of 5. Skip it.
Okay, I might be a little jaded this year. I'm gonna get out my manger and put my little baby Jesus out, and I think that will help me get in the Christmas spirit. Maybe I'm not there yet.
For some reindeer games. Got it.
Is there any so far that you would say don't skip it? Statistically, I'm unsure.
Yeah, well suited for Christmas.
Okay, don't skip that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. My times have not been great.
You can skip that one too. Don't watch them. Don't buy. Bing, 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 bing.
That's funny.
I'm hoping our next movie, the movie we're covering, the Santa Boots. Is it Santa Boots?
Santa Boots.
Santa Boots.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah.
Sir, I want to buy
Santa Boot
these
Camp
boots.
with Rita Moreno. I'm hoping that one's gonna lift my spirits. And then we got Mario Lopez, who can't lose. So we got some good ones coming.
Clear Eyes,
Fingers
Full Heart.
crossed.
Yes, Santa Boot Camp is next Saturday, and then the following week we're off because we have 1,000 Hallmark channels to do. But that's where we are. So Santa Boot Camp, be sure to DVR that on the Philo. Watch it this week, and then we'll be back next Saturday with that one. Patrick, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving next week. Can't wait to chat with you next Saturday. Gobble is what I'm saying. Until then, maybe first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmark is a That Sounds Fun podcast. It's produced by Tracy Noah's name. It's recorded live in Greenville, South Carolina. For more information on Deck the Hallmark, you can go to deckthehallmark.com.